I'm Diana Binks for Level 5 Motorsports with team manager David Stone. Now, David, the first practice session is over. What have you learned from that session for both cars?
We're having a little problems with the fuel pump pickup on the 95 car. The guys have done a kind of a quick change to get through the session so we don't lose time. They'll get that sorted out, I'm sure. The 55 car seems to be struggling with the rear grip, so they'll be working on that. And I think our gearing is off a little bit, so I think we'll be making some changes between this session and the afternoon session. We worked with that a lot during the test and with the track surfaces, and when we were here the last time there was a lot of tailwinds and then headwinds, and it made a lot of difference in the gearing, so now it's a little more calm. So I think right now we'll probably try and set the car up for what the weather is now and what it's likely to be for the rest of the week. But other than that, so far so good. I haven't heard any negative reports on the paddle shift, which has been a big subject coming into here. So hopefully when we debrief all the drivers, we'll get a good report there and have a little more confidence as we continue through the testing.
I mean, it's pretty early days yet, but there's not a lot of time, is there, between the two sort of practice sessions to do everything that you need to do? Is that where a good team comes into play?
Yeah, the guys will get real focused. The engineers are already talking about a punch list, so they're already knowing what their list is. I saw the gearbox tech running for the garage, so he's getting his things ready for the gear change, I'm sure. I think there's only about an hour and a half or so between now and the afternoon practice, so there'll be a lot to hustle. The logistics support gals will be probably bringing box lunches to the garage. Nobody will be stopping and going to the tent. So, but they'll get it together. They always do.
Confident that you can overcome what you need to for the next session?
I'm sorry?
Confident that you can overcome what you need to for the next session?
Yeah, well, we'll see. You want to have that. I hope so. Hopefully the choices will be right and we'll get it done and we'll be productive and move on. The one car, I believe, is about P5 right now. The 55 car, again, I think mainly because the rear grip is struggling, so it's further down the grid than I'd like it to see. But even still, it's a tight group in terms of time when you look at the top 10 cars. So there's not a lot of difference in time there. But we'd like to have both our cars closer together, and I feel like we'll get them there.
Thank you very much for the moment, David. That's David Stone, team manager. We'll have more news for you a little later.